Welcome to Out of the Box with Christine, the podcast for conscious entrepreneurs. Are you willing to step into your greatness? Are you ready to shine? Well, get ready, Truth Seeker. You're in for an amazing ride. And now, here's the host of the show, Christine Blosdale.
Welcome back to Out of the Box with Christine. I am your host, motivational media coach, Christine Blosdale. And, the show, the subtitle of the show or the tagline is the podcast for conscious entrepreneurs. And today is a perfect example of that with my two guests today. Usually I have just one, so I feel doubly blessed. Joining us is Phoebe Yu, who is the co-founder and CEO of Ettitude, which is a material science company and a direct-to-consumer sustainable lifestyle brand known for its bedding, bath, and sleepwear, and its proprietary CleanBamboo fabric, which I'm going to get into that because I love me some bamboo. I can't tell you. I think it's the greatest thing that's ever been invented, and I love the idea that this is a sustainable, clean product that you're putting out for the world. Also joining is the co-founder and president of Is it Ettitude or Ettitude? Ettitude, like attitude. I love that. Kat Day, and Kat is joining us. So we have Phoebe, who is currently in Australia, and Kat, who is in Los Angeles, my hometown, representing. Welcome to Out of the Box with Christine.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, so I had mentioned there my absolute fondness for bamboo fabrics. When I first, I think, came across bamboo sheets, I said to my wife, where have these been all my life? And why haven't we known about them? And I will never, ever use anything else. And then on our travels, discovered bamboo fabric for clothing, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Can you talk about, well, we'll get into the formation of the company and all of that great stuff, but how did you both come into line with bamboo, and in particular creating these textiles, the fabrics that you are right now having? And we'll put the website too for people, because I know they're going to say, I want to get me some stuff. But how did you become interested or introduced into bamboo? And let's start with Phoebe, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, so bamboo is a very versatile plant. It's probably the most sustainable plant on the planet. Land-grown plant. Let's be very scientific here. It's a weed, so it grows, with rainwater. No need for chemicals like pesticides or and it grows so fast. So it's a traditional Asian background people had using that for a lot of purposes. But yeah, using that in textile is a development only started like 20, 30 years ago. But and I have been in the textile industry for a long time, so I also see that how toxic it can be. The traditional, like the cotton, the polyester, very polluting. They polluting the planet. They need a lot of chemical to grow and process that is harming the workers who work to produce those textiles. So after I moved to Australia, same from China, I also get a lot of education on the climate change issue. So I decided to develop product that do not harm, the planet, help to address the environment issues. But since I'm familiar with textiles, I was looking at the opportunity in textile. So I already know that bamboo can be made into textiles, but the traditional way to process it also involve harmful chemicals. The bamboo rayon is viscose of the world. It's not ideal. I mean, bamboo itself is great, but the process is not perfected at that time. So I think there's an opportunity there. So to utilizing my knowledge in this space to use a 100% clean process to do that. So that's why our proprietary fabric called CleanBamboo. So to really emphasize the clean side of it, there's no any harmful chemical involved in the growing of the bamboo and also in the process of the bamboo. And also we recycle that organic compound we use to dissolve the bamboo to get the fiber out, and we also recycle the water in this closed loop process to get the fiber out. So it's highly sustainable. It saves waters. There's no harmful chemicals, and also it yields a very high quality fiber, which is the base of all our textile. And it has a very wide application, so we can make that into beddings, bath. We recently just launched a vegan cashmere. Feels like cashmere is still 100% bamboo fiber. Yeah, my mother-in-law was impressed about that. She's getting that for Mother's Day for sure. Yeah. So that's why this has come about. So okay, this is amazing material. So if we can refine the process, then the end product will be way much better. So I think for entrepreneurs, we always standing, you know, is kind of standing on the progress of the last people, right? Okay, someone come up, oh, okay, bamboo can also make into textile, but the process is not good. So we kind of refine the process and also commercialize that to be able to get to the hands of consumers to address the problem. People love bamboo, but they also say, the process is not that great. Should I use it or not? And we fix that problem for them. So that's what's the whole concept of Ettitude come from. Yeah.
And the to consumer or direct to customer model too is just brilliant, because now is the time to do that with all social media, and all of the clever things that you can do, and how many people you can reach through TikToks and Instagram and all that. It's the perfect time for that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and well, today is actually super meaningful. I just posted a post on LinkedIn. 9 years ago, Attitude started in Australia today, March the 18th.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah. So at that time, as a female entrepreneur, immigrants, it's difficult to get into the traditional big distributor, like big department store, or they just, we don't know about this product. You are new. We do not know you. We're not sure. So direct to consumer, I think, also democratize it, that you have a cheaper, a quicker way to start directly testing your products ideas with customer themselves, instead of traditionally you only have to go the wholesale route. But of course, these days you just go where the consumers are. But it is helped us for our very simple beginning, that we have that direct line with
And also you can
customers.
tell your story. There's just you know,
Mm,
I always say some like really successful brands, and I do media for solopreneurs, home business folks, and people who have larger, small to medium businesses. And what I always say is that there's the story is also really, really important, because people will support something
mm,
um, that is good for the environment or good for the world or good for the planet. That's an added bonus. But the story along the lines of why this was created, whatever it is, if it's a new widget or if it's a nutritional powder or textiles and material that have come into consumer goods, bedding, um, clothing. I mean, especially with clothing in the textile industry. Yes, I've heard just horrific things about
mm.
um, the safety of workers, but also all of the runoff and can you educate our listeners and the viewers who are watching on YouTube? Can you educate them on, maybe so the next time they go and grab something, a cheap, top somewhere, or some jeans. I know the jeans. I know the denim industry is really horrific. But can you talk about the process and the chemicals that are put into the air and the water and all of that in traditional textile creation?
Yeah, absolutely. I can jump in on that.
Yeah.
And textile industry is actually a massive polluter. Like you said, it's the second largest polluter after oil in the world. So it's
Wow.
just imagine that. Most people, when they think about pollution, they're thinking oil and transportation, but textiles and our purchases of fashion and home goods is the second largest contributor to that. And It's the second largest consumer of water as well, fresh water resources.
Wow. Yeah.
Especially for denim. Denim is a really water intensive, but also any kind of cotton. It requires a lot of water to grow. It's a very inefficient plant from that perspective. And also textiles contributes 10% of global CO2 emissions, contributing to climate change. So it's definitely a big problem. And so one way to do that, we can ask people to not buy those things, but is that realistic? No,
Right.
probably not. So really, how can we change the materials that are being used in apparel and in home goods to be more sustainable and less draining on our resources, as well as the processes that we use? How can we expand the life cycle of these products so that we're not just buying products that last us one season and throwing them into the landfill? How can we create products that last multiple seasons and in last generations? You can pass it on to the next generation even. Or how can you find a new life for them, recycle them, upcycle them? So those are all conversations that are happening in sustainable fashion today.
And, and back to that direct to consumer model, not only do you get to tell your story and people have the opportunity to support you directly, there seems to be, for me, I don't know, it seems to be for me, like having that direct connection to the manufacturer or the creator of a product or service. Not only do I feel good because I'm supporting, I'm putting my dollars towards someone who has had a dream, has had a goal, has worked really hard, but also I feel like I have that communication, that direct communication, because I've dealt with, I've bought things, I've bought all kinds of things. And when you go through some of these large retailers, you feel sort of like you're just another number to them, where when you are communicating directly with the creator of a product or a service, you're able to get that feedback right away. And the customer satisfaction, if I have a question or if I want to make a suggestion, because I'm an idea person, right? So I'm kind of like you both, is that I'll see something and I'll find a way. I'll say, oh, you could use it in this way, or have you ever thought about doing this and expanding it? Because I'm a producer too, so I'm always looking at ways how we can make things better and create more. But that direct connection that you would have, so that when a customer gets those sheets or gets those clothes and just says, this is the most beautiful thing, that's also got to feel really good for you when you hear back that feedback from your customers. Can either of you relate to that?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. We love the reviews that we get from our customers. I mean, we could brag and just talk about all the amazing things that people say, but some of the stories really move us to tears. Like recently there was a woman who wrote that her kid, who has autism and has extreme sensitivity, tactile sensitivity, can't sleep on anything but Ettitude because it is just the softest material out there. And that just helps us so much, knowing that we were able to change somebody's life for the better with our product. And that is really amazing. And, we hear that all the time, people who are receiving cancer treatments, they're very sensitive and they can't sleep on anything because it's so scratchy. It just really irritates them. They can't get good sleep, or they're really hot. They're sweating because of various medical conditions. They just can't get normal sleep, and that affects your entire life. If you can't get decent rest, that's, you can't have a normal life. But as soon as they're able to find something that, is comfortable, is soft, is actually breathable, so they're not sweating, it's moisture wicking, it really changes how they.
I would also think, people with all different types of skin conditions and burn victims as well. People who have suffered great deals of
women going through menopause.
Oh, word.
premenopause. Like,
Yes.
yes. Right now, I'm going through premenopause. Yes,
Woo,
I
yeah.
definitely cannot sleep on anything else. I definitely, our own sheets just help me sleep better. So I can, even with the busy entrepreneur life, flying around the world, like I don't have jet lag, and also the robes also, launch around. It keeps me cool. Yeah, just back to that review of the sensory overwhelming that case, and it's actually an Australian customer, uh, and very interesting recent find. Our sheets are so good; they actually have these kind of soothing and medical benefit. It's actually can be part of the NDIS. People are able to get, um, yeah,
That's
money
amazing.
from NDIS because it's proven to help them. But I think that's only available in Australia. In the US, probably and not. But
Yeah.
that's a proven how good our sheets is actually really help people, and then they can that can be part of the NDIS system. Yeah.
So for people
I mean,
that,
I've been talking to, sorry, go ahead.
oh no, I was just going to say for people who don't understand what NDIS is in Australia, it is a funding mechanism for
Yeah, so
um,
they can get reimbursed
reimbursed.
for the cost. Yeah,
This is like a
reimbursed for the cost.
flexible spending account
Yes,
Mm,
here
mm,
in the
mm.
US.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
So you,
so important and it's so
mhm,
critical
mhm,
to people, all types of people with different disabilities.
mhm.
So
Yep.
I'm so happy to hear that because that is
Mhm.
really, really huge. Oh, I just want to spread the word about you people. Like I wanted to tell
Yeah.
everybody about
Yeah.
Ettitude. Um, so yeah, so well, hopefully through this podcast and through the YouTube channel, people will find out. We'll make sure. So if you're watching or listening, check the show notes. There'll be a link, a direct link that you can go and you can see all of these beautiful products that are, again, clean bamboo, not just your regular bamboo type of garments or bedding, but clean, meaning you're doing something really good for the world and yourself and your family. Go ahead, Kat. You were going to say something.
Yeah, just to build on what we were saying about skin conditions, I've actually just been chatting with a dermatologist recently, and he's been literally looking for something like Attitude for years. And as soon as I told her about our product, she's like, wow, this is exactly what I've been looking for as a dermatologist, because cotton and many other options are just not good for your skin because they absorb water and that breeds bacteria. So if you're struggling with acne or any kind of blemishes or any kind of sensitivity to chemicals, which are often used in finishing or processing conventional textiles, you're going to be reacting to that. Same thing with eczema or any other like skin conditions like that. So she was really excited that we have absolutely zero harmful chemicals in the growing as well as in the processing. And she's like, wow, I can't believe this exists. She's going to be carrying it in her
I think
dermatology
I think
locations.
that's great. Yeah, because people think, oh well, if it's cotton, if it's cotton, it has to be good. But also, they don't realize that all of the chemicals that they spray. I've spoken to a naturopath. Actually, I'll share your information with a naturopathic physician in the United States, um, who was very much aware of the pesticides and chemicals. And he was talking about the two most heavily sprayed crops, food wise, was coffee and wine grapes,
Oh,
because the bugs
no.
love. Apparently, the bugs love coffee just as much as we do, and so they're very heavily sprayed. And so all those major brands, those big, Starbucks types of coffee, unless it's certified organic and rigorously tested, they're laden with chemicals. Then you put hot water through it, and so it activates it even more. But I guess we're becoming a little bit more aware of these things. But when it comes to bedding, when it comes to something that we spend a lot of time, we spend half of our lives asleep. Um, when we spend that much time, people are sometimes not realizing why they're getting bad sleep, why they're not feeling well, why there's, all of these skin conditions that they have, some mystery skin conditions as well. It can be related back to those chemicals that are in the cotton. And I've seen I've seen some products that have been beddings that have been marketed as bamboo, but when you look at the ingredients, well, not ingredients, but the
label.
Polyester. They put polyester. Now, polyester, am I wrong? Is polyester like a petroleum byproduct?
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So a lot of bedding is blends. So definitely don't go for microfiber or any kind of the polyester sheets. That's absolutely terrible. It just feels crappy on top of being very unsustainable.
And it doesn't breathe. You can't. It's like a cloak of icky.
Yeah. So a lot of what they call bamboo sheets could be a blend of bamboo rayon or viscose, which is already bad, plus polyester, which makes it even worse. So just read the labels. Make sure you're getting something that is certified with a Ecotex label, which means that there are no harmful chemicals. So Ettitude's textiles are actually certified Ecotex Class 1, which means safe for babies. It's extremely hard to get, and it just means that it's free of harmful chemicals all around.
Oh, and congratulations on that. You guys are doing something so good for the planet. And smart business decision. Yeah. You're a smart lady.
Yeah, you should just say for human. Why we adults need safe, clean products too, not just babies. So just period safe for human is easier. Polyester is the worst because it cannot biodegradable. I mean, cotton or other plant-based, at least in the end of the day, they can still biodegradable, but polyester is really the worst of the worst.
And it's put into so many products and clothing as well. I mean, clothing and bedding and all that stuff. Okay. So where do you manufacture? Do you have a warehouse where there's all this machinery going on and people, and where are you based?
Yeah, so we our warehouse are in the US and in Australia. In Australia, it's in Melbourne and Sydney. In the US, it's in Utah. But our supply chain, we have a globally distributed supply chain. So there's Asia, and there's we're setting up in South America and also in Portugal. So our aim is to bring that more next to our market. So like Asia would more supply to the Asia Pacific region, but the South America will be supplied to US, Canada. And then in Portugal, it's more that they're specialized on knit because we're also growing our offering. So they're it's famous for their knitting products, not really woven. So I think that's also one thing consumer need to look at. Yeah, how transparent, how traceable the brand supply chain is. Yeah, because we are also a B Corp. We got B Corp certification last year, also in March. So March is a very significant month for us. It's also Women's History Month. It's our 9-year birthday. It's also Sleep Week right now, I think.
Oh, really?
Yes. So your podcast recording is really good.
Timing is impeccable. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think this the transparency and traceability of the supply chain. So going through B Corp certification, they have very strict, rigorous right. Is your food supply chain transparent? Are they all also sustainable, aligned with your missions? So that helped us to kind of stay really on top of the supply chain.
And where to from here? What are your goals? What are your what's the next step for you, or what would you like to see happen?
Well, we'd love to replace as much conventional textiles in the market as we can with our more sustainable ones. And we continue to develop more and more really great fabrications. So we started out with what we call vegan silk, which is what our bed sheets are made out of. And then we also applied that same textile to our loungewear collection, which is beautiful apparel. I love wearing our pants. I wear them to all the fancy events. Honestly, they're so beautiful. I love them and they're so comfortable. We also developed a waffle knit, which is for our bath towels. And very recently, as Phoebe mentioned, we just launched our vegan cashmere as a throw blanket. But we'll be making more things with these materials. And then later this year, we'll have a new fabrication that will take on another kind of conventional textile that we're really excited to release later in the summer. I'm just going to tease it here, but it's going to be antimicrobial, completely naturally, which means that we'll make towels and sheets out of this new material. And it means that you have to wash them less often because they are preventing bacterial growth and they won't smell as bad. It'll just
Beautiful.
create convenience, but also you won't need to waste as much water and
Well, and
extends the lifetime.
the look and the feel of of bamboo fabric, and I've been looking and feeling some not your bamboo fabric, but some other stuff. But the look and feel of it is it's to me is elegant as well. I think when I put on especially when it comes to clothing, a bamboo shirt or something, it's soft, it's just it goes with you. It feels like you're not wearing anything. It's like you're naked, but you're not. But I was thinking, because I was just looking in my living room, and the two most popular type of curtains, drapes, are the sheer, not sheer, but white, lovely white. We have like a natural white kind of looking thing here, some panels, but also blackout curtains. And I don't know if you'd be able to do that, but that was like my hit. I'm an intuitive as well, so whenever I get a thing, but if you're able to make curtains, panels, drapes, yummy, how nice would that be? And it's
I can't wait
antimicrobial.
for
If you
that.
made it antimicrobial, then you don't have to worry about those things getting all moldy and funky and all that, right?
Yeah, one day. Would
Okay.
definitely see that as an opportunity. I
Okay. Good.
personally would love that as well. And we've researched some curtains, and honestly, there's nothing but like polyester. Most of them are polyester, especially blackout curtains. So yeah, that could be really, really interesting for us to do.
Oh, then you have a whole homeware division. You guys, this is awesome. Um, for those, especially women, entrepreneurs, creators, inventors, that are listening to the show or watching on YouTube, any sage words of advice because I know that you've probably had some bumps along the road. Maybe it seemed like it was just your dream of what you wanted to accomplish seems so big. And as you were saying, Phoebe, being an immigrant, and especially here in Australia, funding or the lack thereof of funding, how to go about it. Um, and both of you, if you don't mind, do you have some sage words of advice for those folks that are coming up, and maybe they're thinking about expanding their business or about going global or doing something on a big scale, yet they're scared or they've hit a couple bumps in the road?
Yeah, I guess resilience is always the number one personality an entrepreneur should have, because yeah, there's always ups and downs. Um, I agree. It is difficult to raise money for female and immigrants everywhere, but I think US is slightly better than Australia. So all our money raised actually from the US market, which kind of a bit unfortunately we always want Australia investors also on a cap table, but haven't, have had one since. And I work with each other. I think the world is, the market is big enough. I think company and brands also realize that to just work together probably, it's better than competing each other, because probably there's, everyone's products are slightly different. Seems that's a new trend on the market right now. So be open-minded. See, my traditional say, oh, how we can we work with competitors? Well, no, maybe you would interesting find you might even be able to collab with your competitors these days. You never know. So, yeah.
Yeah, joint ventures and collaborations are very,
Hmm.
I think it's the wave of the future, instead of just
Mm,
this thing of go it alone. Kat, what about you? Do
mm.
you have any words of advice or inspiration for people?
Yeah, I think for Ettitude, it's really been all about investing into a great product first. So starting there, because it's really hard to market a product that doesn't work. Even if you get them
Right.
to, even if you get them to purchase once, they're not going to come back and the reviews will be not great. So I think for us, we really focused first on getting that amazing customer experience and really nurturing our customers and turning them into our biggest ambassadors. Working with them to write great reviews, but also having them send content for us. That's been really useful because then we can use that in our marketing. So
That's what I was going to
I
ask. I was wondering if you had people doing Instagram reels or TikToks going, this is the greatest thing.
definitely, yeah, absolutely. It's so important to just get the word out. And like you said in the beginning of this podcast, now is the time because social media is, everybody's on it. So
Yeah.
definitely
Absolutely.
leverage it.
Well,
And I
it
think
makes
one thing
stars.
that we
Yeah.
would like to do ourselves, and we're trying to do more of, is being in front of the camera as founders. We haven't done that historically so much, but we're starting to do that a little bit more, even with interviews like this. Just getting the word out there that who are the people behind the brand, and I think it creates such a huge connection with the customer if they can see
Abs-
who's actually behind it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as a media coach, that's exactly what I tell all my clients. It doesn't matter if you're an accountant or if you're a life coach. People need to see you and see your eyes, and then
Mm,
they can relate to you, but also that form of trust as well.
mm.
And it personalizes the brand, and it just makes it like this is a human I'm dealing with, and not some robot, you know,
Yeah. Oh,
algorithm.
well, on that note, Kat hasn't told her story how she joined Attitude and why. That's a great story, and how
Yes.
we met.
Do tell us.
Well, we
Yeah.
met online. So once Phoebe already perfected the textile and spent about 4 years in research and development and commercialized it into our first product, which was sheets, she started to see kind of a little bit of organic traction coming from North America. People were buying sheets from Australia, having them shipped from Australia all the way to the US, paying the crazy shipping fees. So she realized, okay, maybe she needs a partner in the US. And I had just sold my first company. I've been a serial entrepreneur for a while. So I was looking for the next big thing out there that I could join and discover across the world and basically bring to the US market, make it bigger, create awareness for it. And when Phoebe sent me the sheets, I had the best sleep of
you're
my
like
life.
you're like I need to work with you.
Yes, it was literally like that. And my husband had the best sleep of his life. And he was like, Kat, you have to join this company. This is amazing. This is the best sheets I've ever slept on. So comfortable on top of being sustainable. And at the time, we didn't even know how sustainable they were. We didn't have all the scientific measurements that we do today. We actually just did that last year where we quantified that we're saving 99% of water versus cotton and 38%
Wow.
of CO2. And versus silk, the numbers are outrageous. We're saving 100% of water and 86% of CO2. So these numbers were just like staggering to us. We knew we were sustainable, but we didn't know quite how good it was until recently.
Oh, see, my little brain, my little mind is just like going all those things too with silk, all those things that we associate with silk, the silk pillowcases, right? If you have an extra luxury brand of bamboo, CleanBamboo pillowcases, yay. And then those sleep eye mask
Eye
things,
masks.
the
Yeah.
sleeping masks. I because I need them, but I hate them because they're with all the top, they're on my eyes. They're on my
Yes.
face, but they're made with the silk, which is loaded with chemicals and pesticides. And then the other stuff is just it's got polyester and all that stuff. If you made oh, if you made the
We
sleep
have
mask,
we
do
have
We
eye
will
eye
send
mask.
you one.
do you
We
Yeah,
have
will
we
eye
have
send you
eye
an eye
masks
mask.
made out
mask.
of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
clean?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes.
do.
You ladies are my new favorite entrepreneurial brilliant brains. Yes. I love it. I
I
love
eco
it.
Yeah,
attitude.
I
So that's actually also
yes. I need that every night. Otherwise, I cannot sleep.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
have the.
Yeah, because and I'll get them for Christmas too from people. My lovely family will get me. I go, oh, these are great. I won't wear them. Oh my gosh, that's so brilliant. I am so excited that our paths crossed and that I was able to get you on the show today. I'm going to make sure again we'll put the website link in the show notes so people can check out all the amazing products that you have. And it doesn't matter if you're in Australia or the US. Do you have global shipping too? So like if somebody's okay.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to
globally.
this in apparently we're big in Ireland. I don't know why. And was it Portugal? I think it was. So wherever you're listening to this or wherever you're watching this, you can place your order. Just we'll put the website on there. And I just want to thank you both again for your time and for your brilliant contribution to the environment in so many different levels, but also inspiring me as myself as a businesswoman as well today. Thank you so much, Kat Day and Phoebe Yu from Ettitude from Ettitude. Get your Ettitude right now. Thank you again, both ladies, so much for being with me today.
Thank you.
All right.
Great conversation.
Well, that's what I do. I'm a talker.
Yeah, good.
I want to thank our wonderful listeners too. If you're not subscribed to the show, go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, click subscribe so you don't miss an episode. You get notified every single time I upload a new show. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button as well. You'll get notified when a new video comes out. If you want more information about the show, go to outoftheboxwithchristine.com. If you want more information about me, go to christineblosdale.com, and all those links will be in the show notes so you won't miss a thing. Until next time, as I always say, remember to think outside that damn box, like these amazing ladies. Bye for now.